going to be able to give you, so we need Caden to really give you some solid offense tonight. As Caden misses the first free throw. Barr-Reeve still trying to get on track.
So still 9-0. Caden's second free throw does get the Vikings in the scoring column, so it's 9-1.
Substitute for Robinson is number 15, Owen Schmidt, a 6'1" sophomore into the game.
So Robinson with the basketball. The Vikings need to get a stop here and start stringing them together. Down in the post, and a spin, little hook shot, no good. Ball going to be on the floor. Robinson going to pick it back up. Second shot, no good. Cameron Madison going to grab it. And he's going to get it off to Brayton, and here comes Barr-Reeve.
Yeah, already Gilmore is going to be a load to handle for Barr-Reeve there. Kind of like it. Caden Graber with a long three. He gets fouled, rolls it, chance for a 4-point play. So that gets you right back in the game in a hurry. Makes it 9-4.
And should mention that tonight's Cash for Kendall, sponsored by Bert and Barbara Loneker, $10 to the Kendall Murphy 529 Viking Promise Scholarship Fund, and that's going to be the first $10. Caden going to go to the line looking to complete the 4-point play, and he does. That's Caden's second 4-point play in only game number 3 this season. Robinson fast up the sideline, a lot of sideline break. Back cuts, they're going to be cut off. Gilmore's got it. He's working on Cameron Madison. He's going to try to hit a back-cutting maroon, and they're going to get him. Nice pass, and it's 11-5.
Yeah, that was number 1, Cooper Lowell, and a nice pass there by Gilmore.
Caden Graber going to fire another long one. It's no good. Messon going to grab the offensive rebound, though, and Barr-Reeve going to get it again on the baseline.
Yeah, good hustle play by Cameron Madison, getting that extra possession there for Barr-Reeve. Good skip pass there by Hagan.
What are you seeing?
Let's see, as this game goes on, see if Hagan's ankle loosens up a little bit. You can just tell he doesn't have that quite that spring that he usually does. So maybe as it warms up, he'll get it back.
Hagan with it on the inbounds. Good cut by Braden off the glass. No good.
Yeah, and those are shots you got to make in traffic. So quickly, here comes Robinson. Good pass from Hagan, though.
Robinson with the basketball and a 6-point lead. 4 minutes gone. 11-5. Maroons with it again. They're going to step back, fire another long one. It's going to miss everything, but last touch by Madison, and that was just a bad miss, and Cam was just in a bad spot.
And here comes Donnie Miller. He'll come in for Braden Knapp. And Robinson runs a lot of good action, so they're going to get a lot of back cuts. So Barr's going to have to be disciplined on defense. You know, and really, if they need to switch. But on those back cuts, they've got to cut it off because they've already made a couple of those, made some nice passes.
So 11. There's a little lob play on the inbounds. And spin move. And that's going to bounce off. Hagan going to go up and grab it. Here comes the senior on the run. Cage has got it. Hagan going to go down the lane. Stop, pop, got it. 11-7.
Yeah, nice move there by Hagan. He seemed like he had a little bit more pace to his action on that one, so brings Barr-Reeve within 4. Despite this bad start, only down 4 points, so halfway through the first quarter.
So Robinson with the basketball, trailing by 4. Or Barr-Reeve trailing by 4, and they're going to get an offensive foul, and that was a good call. You talk about good action. I'm really impressed. They're going to get that on Wesley Jackson. But he just a little rub screen. He wasn't set, but you saw that lane kind of open up. They're going to try to go downhill and drive it hard. Yeah,
no, absolutely. And this is a game where you got to really communicate too. You got to be disciplined, and when you're off the ball, you can't relax because they are constantly moving, cutting, screening. So. Very impressed with this Robinson team so far.
Aaron Wagler with it. Cameron Madison, top of the key. Over to Caden on the right side. Hagan's got it in the high post. Hagan going to rise and fire. Swish!
Yeah, nice three-pointer there by Hagan. He kind of took his time there. I didn't know he was going to shoot that. The defender was out on him. Not bad defense. And here's a quick three for Robinson. Up, no good. Good check out by Aaron Wagler and Caden Graber. So Barr-Reeve has a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, Aaron got fouled too, just really held his position. There's Caden down the lane, layup, got it.
Yeah, and that's what we need out of Caden. We need that aggressiveness, and that's not an easy move there, and he made it look easy. So nice start for Caden Graber, 7 quick points for him. Vikings out on top, 12-11.
And 2 timeouts in the first quarter. We'll go ahead and take another one. 2:55 left. 12-11 Vikings back in 30 seconds. And if you can hear us out on the Barr-Reeve Media YouTube channel, we do understand there is some technical glitches going on. We're trying to work on that with our tech supervisor, Cody Cummings. Bear with us, please. Back at Barr-Reeve, 12-11. Good crowd here, Jeff. The Goody people, our friends John and Jalen Mullen over there, and some North Davies kids up there. Just not a lot of games. It's a Wednesday night. People are excited to be back in the gym and just excited to watch basketball again.
Yeah, no, it is, and that's not. And you know, if you didn't have the religion night, of Wednesday nights, it'd be kind of, as a coach, it's a nice night to play because you can get 2 days of practice, Monday, Tuesday play, still be able to come back and practice a Thursday for a Friday game, or maybe a Thursday, Friday practice for a Saturday game. But and it's also, people are just starved to get out and watch games.
Yeah, and that's what.
And this is a good matchup too. Great steal there by Caden Graver. And here comes Caden all the way. He makes the pass to Aaron Wagler. His layup's no good, but Hagen net follows it up. 14-11 Barr-Reeve gets one. So right now, Caden and Hagen both have 7 points for Barr-Reeve.
And Hagen, they're going to get him with a cheapie right there.
Yeah, and I hope that's not his second. I don't know if he got that first one early on, so we'll see if that's his first or second. But that's his first. Okay, so now, and Hagen got an early one in the Washington game, did a really nice job because Hagen has that tendency where he wants to reach in and he can strip the ball, but he's got to know he's more valuable on the bench. And nice backdoor cut, lay in for Robinson. Just fell asleep there for Barr-Reeve, and that was Wesley Jackson.
Yeah.
Makes it 14-13.
Yeah, just a little screener action. Donnie Miller going to fire a long one. It's going to bounce off, no good. Aaron going to run it down, though. Caden Graber now with it.
Well, I like to see Donnie shoot. He's not afraid of it. He's a guy that a sophomore getting some time. And Caden Graber loses the dribble, throws it in. He gets it back, and his layup is no good. And he gets it back, and he's going to bring it back out. Caden's it, double team in the corner, gets it to Aaron Wagler. Aaron to Donnie, nice pass to Cameron Madison. He misses the layup. And I think he's just worried about getting the shot blocked. He just needs to go up strong and lay it in. If he gets a block, chances are you're going to get a foul. Nice move there by Robinson, number 24. Lays it in. That's Wesley Jackson, 4 quick points. Robinson takes the lead, 15-14. Barr back down on the action to get to Aaron Wagler. Aaron over to Hagen. Hagen kicks it over to Caden. Open three, and that's short and hits the top. So
Caden did not have a clean catch right there, and you saw that early. So Robinson will get it back.
Well, and that's where you got to have the discipline. If you don't catch it clean, you got to reposition the ball, and if the defense gets out there, then just swing it around. But anyways, I still like him shooting and being aggressive, so good things will happen if Caden shoots the ball. Again, here comes Jackson, goes right at Caden, step back jumper, and he nails it. Nice shot by Wesley Jackson. All of a sudden, he hadn't done very much, and 6 quick points, and now Barr-Reeve looks like they're going to go for one shot. So 14-11 lead for Barr-Reeve turns into a 17-14 deficit. Caden Graber lets another three fly. Good. That's 10 points for Caden, tied up 17 all. And Robinson's going to get the last possession of the quarter. If there's no changes in possession, Barr-Reeve will have the ball to start the second quarter.
So we're at 17 all, coming up on 20 seconds. Wesley Jackson with it. And it does appear that Robinson will go for the last shot.
Yeah, Jackson's a 6-foot junior. And they look for the back door. They get it, but Donnie does a pretty good job. Shot up, no good. Tip does not go.
And that's going to do it. So the Vikings dodge a bullet at the end of the quarter. 17 all on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard. Back to Barr-Reeve in 1 minute. 17 all, Jeffrey.
Yeah, a nice quarter if you're Barr-Reeve. You got to feel good after getting down 9-0 to start the game to be tied up at the end of the quarter. And heck, we even had a 3-point lead there. So this is a really strong Robinson team. So it was the Caden and Hagen show. Caden Graber had 10 points and Hagen had 7. Nobody else scored. This Robinson team's a little bit more balanced. So let's see if we can get some other Vikings into the scoring column. Couldn't get anybody else. We had some open threes, but couldn't make them besides Caden's and Hagen's.
Caden Graber with it. Hagen going to rise and fire another one. Got it again. 20-17.
Yeah, and that's a nice set play that Coach Thompson drew up out of the huddle. So it's good to see early on in the season executing those plays.
$10 more cash for Kendall. Robinson with a long triple. It's in and out, no good. Hagen with a rebound. Good block out by Evan Waymeyer right there. Here comes Hagen on the run. Hagen going to rise, fire, middle of the lane. Got another one. 22-17. That ankle must be okay, Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's getting more, getting loosened up as by the second. He's got 12 points. Again, Hagen's got to watch himself defensively here. Make sure he stays out in that corner. He only has one foul. Good hands by Caden Graber. Loose ball. Good hustle by Braden Knapp. Comes up with it, and here comes Hagen Knapp being pressured up the court. And he's going to get down the lane, rise and fire, up and no good. Can't. Donnie Miller with the rebound, and he's going to be tied up. But nice job by Donnie to get the rebound. It'll go back to Robinson. That's what we need out of a Donnie Miller. We need him to be aggressive like that, go down and rebound the ball. Donnie's kind of thought to be more of a shooter, an outside guy, but with his height, he's going to have to help this team on the rebound. So good job there. Just brought it down for a second, and Robinson was able to tie him up.
Robinson with it in the post. Lean on him, Evan. Yeah, you knew he was going to spin that way. Layup bounces in.
Yeah, nice move there by 31 Gilmore, as he had 4 early ones. That's his 6th point, as he went the rest of the first quarter without scoring after scoring real early in the game.
Waymeyer's got it out high. Donnie Miller now for Caden Graber. Now Hagen's got it. 22-19 Vikings. Vikings just trying to get organized right here. Caden back to Braden. Braden going to set for a long one. Bank it in. Yeah. We need them all, Jeffrey.
We do need them all. And again, Braden didn't catch that cleanly, but he had it aimed up right. So good things happen when your aim's good. So, and sometimes you get that first shot to go down like that. That can help. And there's a push off, and that should go. Yep, that's an offensive foul. Good defense by Braden Knapp.
And that's the one thing back when I had those kids in junior high, and they were always really, really short. They didn't really start hitting their growth spurt until they're freshmen. And they're still growing, but Braden, Donnie Miller, Nick Cavanaugh, who's over there dressed for the varsity tonight, Ethan Stahl, those kids could really take charges. They just had a knack for it. Little Devin Graber-esque from last year.
Barr-Reeve's built up a 6-point lead here, chance to extend it. Braden with another 3, that's going to be long. Alley-oop again, Evan Waymeyer, no good. Braden Knapp gets it, and Caden Graber is going to settle it down, and he kicks it to Braden. Hagen Knapp down the lane, rises, fires, good. So Barr-Reeve up 8. So Barr-Reeve had a shot inside, threw it over the backboard to Evan Waymeyer. He threw it and just barely missed it, and then finally we were able to lay it in.
And they're going to get a travel on Robinson, on Ryland King. And Robinson, the 9-0 lead is now an 8-point deficit, and they want a timeout. We'll go ahead and take another one. 27-19, Vikings lead it back to the new Viking Arena after this 1-minute timeout. Oh. And back at Barr-Reeve High School, alongside Barr-Reeve Principal Jeff Doyle, I am Mike DeCourcy. 27-19, Vikings lead it. And it's been a two-man show here for most of the night, Jeffrey.
Yeah, it has. And right now, Braden Knepp is the only other Viking to score, and you've got Caden Graber and Hagen Knepp both in double figures already. Barry runs a set play. Robinson does a good job, and Barry's going to get reset. Here comes Caden Graber.
Caden going to step back for a long one. Got it again. 30-19.
Yeah, 3 threes for Caden, as he has 13 points.
We found out last year that kid can really shoot the basketball.
Well, early on last year, they made Caden a starter. It just made our team a different team. And he had a defense and also, lights out shooting. Shot no good. And they're going to get Cam Madison on a foul. That was number 23, Rylan King, that's beat him to the goal. Barry's been doing a good job on box out right there. Just wasn't able to find their men on that one. So out underneath the bucket for Robinson. And they're going to call a foul, looks like I think it's going to be Braden Knepp, as he didn't let his guy come through the lane, just a little bit too physical. Where you want to bump the guy, but you can't hold the guy.
So that's 14 fouls on Barr-Reeve. And the Vikings got beat on an out-of-bounds play again.
And they've got to help inside. You can't worry about the guy coming out to the three. I mean, you got to worry about him, but you got to make sure you take care of the layup first.
Caden Graber flips it back to Donnie Miller.
And Mike, who was that on that last bucket?
I will look here in just a second, Coach Doyle. That was number 31. And ball on the floor. Cam going to run and retrieve it.
Barr-Reeve a little discombobulated on this possession.
And Cameron Madison, and a bad pass by Hagen. And it's going to lead to a layup. Cameron Madison just flattened Wesley Jackson on a screen, but it's 30-23.
Yeah, and this is a Robinson team. They can score in a hurry. Oh, a nice backdoor cut by Braden Knepp. Didn't get him the ball there.
Hayden going to step back behind the screen. Got another one. 33-23, Vikes by 10 again.
And he shot that in rhythm. He took his time. He didn't rush it. And, Robinson took their time getting out on him. Here's another three by Robinson. No good. Good rebound by Hagen. Caden Knepp running them. Caden Graber running the floor. Here comes Hagen down the lane. Braden Knepp with a three. Bingo. Nice pass there by Hagen Knepp. That's 2 3-quarters in the second quarter for Braden Knepp. And we talked about it. We needed somebody else to step up. And right now, that's Braden Knepp on the offensive end.
So 36-23 now.
3 minutes to go here in the first half. Let's have a good close of the half here. Because this has been a game of run, so let's not let Robinson get right back in this game.
So Robinson with the basketball.
And they're going to get Braden with his third foul there. And so they're going to get Aaron Wagler. It looks like he's going to come back in the game.
And they did it. And that's the thing that stinks about that, Jeffrey, is Aaron was sitting over there to check him anyway. You just had a little extended period where there was not a dead ball.
Yeah, and Braden, you could tell he was getting tired, and that was more of a tired. He was trying to stay up on him. His feet just couldn't move. They kind of tripped over each other. His feet did, and got whistled for the foul. So 3 fouls on him. He'll go to the bench for the rest of the first half. Aaron Wagler back in the game for the Vikings. Oh, nice curl on the layup, and Barr-Reeve's going to have to do something different on that. And just gives up a layup, and it's great action.
And talking to not just Coach Thompson today, but as Caden down, his wild shot, no good, rebounded. This is something that the Vikings have talked about on Monday and Tuesday. This is not a surprise the way that they run offense. Listening to Toby Madison talk about it as well. Still an 11-point lead, but
there's another layup, another backdoor cut, and I think Barr-Reeve's kind of tired right now, so you maybe see Coach. I know you don't want to call a timeout this juncture, but you may have to. 2 minutes ago. Let's see what we can do here. Still up 9 points. Donnie Miller on the dribble, and he's just going to throw it away, and it went off Robinson. So right now, Robinson's picked up their defensive pressure, and Barr-Reeve's getting a little bit too dribble happy. Just move the ball and cut a little bit more. We're cutting well, but we're dribbling. The guy with the ball is dribbling too much and not seeing the cutters.
So on the inbounds, Hagen with it. He's going to step back, rise and fire again. Got another one.
And that will solve a lot of your problems. hitting shots that aren't really that open. So
yeah, it erases a lot of ills. So a 12-point lead, 39-27.
back door, and then Hagan did a good job staying with it, and it goes off Robinson. So, and they're going to come together, and that's going to be Robinson ball.
And the official who called it, he's pretty demonstrative. No, never mind.
And good officiating there. They got together. The down official did not see that enough. Coach Thompson, he's getting demonstrative over there. I think he's talking to his guys about these back cuts. We gotta communicate a little bit more, get through.
So Robinson with the basketball, minute and a half left. Wide open triple, going to be put up. It's going to be long. Donnie going to run it down. Get it off to Aaron. And here comes Barr-Reeve on the break. Hagan going to rise and fire another triple. It's going to bounce long, no good. Ball going to be on the floor. And it's going to be last touch by Donnie. It'll be Robinson basketball with a minute, 8 seconds left.
Good shot there for Hagan. I thought maybe he was going to take it to the rack there, but I think that's just one of those things with that ankle. He's not as...
I think on Saturday night, that ball goes to the rim.
Yep. So, minute 8 to go, up 12. Let's see how you finish the half here, because this is a team that's been scoring in a hurry, this Robinson team, and they've been getting really good looks. So, here comes Robinson with the ball. Barr-Reeve staying there man-to-man. They quickly get it down to Gilmore. Hagan catches the ball, kicks it out, and he'll stay with the Maroons. Hagan going back and forth with the official. Looked like they're having some good-natured conversation there. Hagan usually always has a smile on his face out there.
Yeah, he would be a pleasure to officiate because he's an easy guy to talk to. On the inbounds. And another shot going to be no good, rebounded by Cameron Madison.
He's going to steal the ball and lay it in, and no good. But so Robinson, Cameron Madison got the rebound and just wasn't physical enough with his pass out. May have got hit, and then Robinson got it and had a chance for a three-point play. Luckily, the ball went off, but they'll have 2 free throws with 50 seconds to go. Carson Boyd's going to come in for probably Cameron, maybe get a little bit more ball handling.
Yeah, I would say another shooter, a little more ball handling as the Vikings will get the last shot of the half.
Well, they dodged a little bit of a bullet there as Ryland King misses the free throw. He's 2 of 3 on the night. He has 4 points.
I'm talking to Cameron in class today. He said, when I moved back to Indiana, I thought, I might play 3 minutes a game and just sit on the bench and be a good practice player. And here he is, game number 3, starting and playing major minutes for the shorthanded Vikings.
Yeah, as King hits the second free throw, and when he did play ball, he did not play as a junior, as a sophomore, and every year he played on the perimeter, so now he's expected to play down low, so a new position for him. So here comes Robinson with some trapping. Let's see if Barr-Reeve can handle the ball. Nice cut by Donnie Miller. He'll kick it out to Hagan. Carson Boyd. We're down to 30 seconds to go.
I know you want to get the last one, but I'm going to guarantee that we can get a layup right here. Caden going to be fouled, and that's just 16 fouls on Robinson with 23.2. Barr-Reeve will have the basketball, 23.2.
And here's situations. 23 seconds ago, you're taking the ball out of bounds. Sometimes you think, we'll get the ball in. You got to make sure you cut hard here because Robinson's going to put some pressure on you. Let's see what we do. Kane Graber's going to go in the backcourt. He gets it. Get it to their senior. Quickly over there, Wagler. Down to Hagan. Hagan gets it over to Carson. I thought Carson thought he was going to let it fly there for a second. So back out to Caden with 10 seconds to go. He's double teamed.
Hagan back to Caden. We're down to 7. Donnie's got it. Vikings got to continue to pass ahead. And Caden just going to have to fire one at the buzzer. And it's going to bounce off. No good. And the Robinson defense bothered the Vikings on the last possession. But still a good second quarter. And at halftime on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard, Barr-Reeve leads Robinson, Illinois, 39-28. Halftime tonight brought to you by Montgomery Medical, located across the street from Barr-Reeve High School. Montgomery Medical and Dr. Merle Holzapfel say there is no cure for Viking fever. 39-28. Vikings lead it at halftime. Back to the halftime show after this 3-minute timeout. I don't know what else to do except to hardwire it to make it, and I'm a novice there, obviously.
And to unplug that during the game?
Yeah, no, I mean, we can't do that. I mean,
but I do have a way that I can just get a couple pieces of equipment in here and connect it hardwired without running a really long cord.
Okay. Hey, I'm good 7th period tomorrow, or 1st period. Whatever you want to do. I'm at your leisure, buddy.
Well, at least it's not as glitchy as what it was. I mean, it's keeping up with it now.
Yeah.
But your audio is
okay. Yeah.
A little bit off.
Okay.
They just know what's going to happen before they see it.
Start for the Vikings. Jeffrey, it's been a pretty entertaining night for the home crowd.
Yeah, it has. A lot of scoring tonight. Barr-Reeve quickly got down 9-0. Quickly got back in the game. And in the first quarter, especially all. Second quarter, Barr-Reeve was able to outscore Robinson 22-11, and to take this halftime lead. But I would tell anybody out there listening, do not walk away from this game because this Robinson team is very capable of coming back and beating this Barr-Reeve team. They're just a very good team. So Barr-Reeve's going to win this game. We're going to have to win it on defense.
Yeah.
Because they try to outscore them. I just don't know if we'll be able to outscore them tonight. They have so many options. I just don't think you want to let it come down to something like that. You got two great scorers in Hagan and Caden. But
well, and I think a lot of what they're talking about is the Vikings. They've given up, I think, 6 points off of out-of-bounds plays. Just cleaning up little stuff like that is going to put you in a really good position.
Yes. So they, our defense is not bad at times, but when Robinson is scoring, they're actually so good. They got some easy looks, and this really helped their cause. Mike, I'm going to have you go over the halftime stats.
All right, and halftime scoring, it's going to go like this. Start with Barr-Reeve. They're going to be led at halftime by Hagan Neck. Hagan has, count them, 1, 2, 3 3-point baskets and 4 2-point baskets for his 17 points. Caden Graver is next. Caden with 16 first half points. Caden with 1, 2, 3, 4 first half threes. and a 2-point basket. Caden also 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Caden Graber with 16. Braden Knapp, the only other Viking to score in the first half, 2 3-point baskets in the second quarter. Braden with 6 at halftime. Balanced effort for Robinson here at halftime. They're going to be led by Wesley Jackson, nice-looking guard. He has 4 2-point baskets for 8. Pair of Maroons with 6 points. That's going to be Cooper Lull and Noah Gilmore. Rylan King with 5, and Nathan Werns with 3 to round out the Robinson scoring. Quarter scoring, Robinson and Barr-Reeve tied at 17 all at the end of a quarter, and Barr-Reeve with the big burst in the second quarter. They win that quarter 22-11, and that's where we sit at halftime. It's 39-28. So, Jeffrey, a couple other things that Coach Thompson and the crew are talking about in the locker room.
I think they're talking defensively, what they need to do on Robinson's action, what you're doing off the ball. I think that's more important. What they're doing fine on the ball, it's what you're doing off the ball. And then offensively, I think he's probably telling them, hey, we're up 11 points. We've shot the ball incredibly well. This is a team. We can't just come down and start firing shots. We've got to take high percentage shots because this is a game that they can get back into it really, really quick. And I think that's your message, is that play this game possession by possession. We've got to battle each possession, continue the box out. That's one thing that's been a plus. We've been boxing out hard.
All right, we're going to take another timeout, and when we come back, second half action. 39-28 Vikings back. Barr-Reeve High School after this 3-minute timeout. Basketball to start the second half, Jeffrey.
Yeah, so see if we can, I would say you're going to be look to see something either for Caden Graber or Hagen Knapp, try to get them going right off the bat again. foul. The only person in foul trouble is Braden Knapp. Right now, Barr-Reeve, you'd say one negative for Barr-Reeve that first half. He only had 3 guys that scored. Of course, he had one get 17, one get 16, and the other had 2 threes for 6. So, if those guys stay hot, I guess you don't need that balance.
Yeah, I know. So it'll be the original. No, it will not be the 5 starters. It'll be 4 starters. Donnie Miller, Braden Knapp going to sit with those 3 fouls.
Yeah, let's see if Donnie can get off a little bit here. I think if he's active and stuff, I can see Donnie get some put back baskets off some rebounds. Let's see what he does. Oh, nice backdoor cut, and there's your play call by Coach Josh Thompson. And Hagen Knapp gets 2 points off an assist for Caden Graber. Puts the lead back at 13.
So a little lob attempt play there for Robinson, not able to throw the pass. Let's see if the Vikings clean up some of that defensive communication. And, maybe missed the travel there, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Caden Graber, I think he would have stolen if he wasn't given the traveling motion there.
Nope. One of those deals where you almost stop playing a little bit. Robinson going to rise and fire. Shot up, no good. Donnie going to grab it, get it off to Aaron. Here comes Barr-Reeve. Aaron Wagler into the front court. Hagen's got it. Hagen going to rise and fire again. Swish.
Yeah, nice move there by Hagen. That puts him with 21 points, and he just takes his time there. He sizes up his defender. He gets to a spot, and that spot is there about the free throw line, anywhere in that 15-foot area, and that's kind of a lost art. You don't see a lot of people shoot a lot of shots off the move.
So Robinson with the basketball. Minute gone here, second half. Jackson's got it, working on Caden Graber. Hand off to Gilmore. He's going to get it back. I just really like a lot of this offensive action that Robinson runs. Gilmore's got it, guarded by Aaron Wagler, and Aaron tried to guide him out of bounds, and they're going to say he bodied him up, and that's going to be whistled.
And the one thing about their action does, it gets mismatches. You had Aaron Wagler on Gilmore. Aaron's giving up about 4 inches there, so just very effective. They throw a lob up and kick out for a 3, up no good. Aaron Wagler with the rebound, and it's going to go off it's going to go off Robinson.
Yeah, they're going to say last touch by Nathan Werns.
A nice job there for Aaron Wagler in there battling for the rebound. And I continue to say it, Barr-Reeve's doing a good job boxing out, and that's what this team's going to do. You don't have that 6'6", 6'7" guy where you're just going to dominate the rebound. So good collective effort.
Donnie's got it out high. Caden now. Cameron Madison. Back to Caden. And Donnie going to have his shot blocked. And here comes Robinson on the run. And on the rip through, they're going to say last touch by Robinson by Werns. So Vikings catch a break right there.
And if colleges aren't taking notice of what Hagen Knapp does on the floor, he does so much more than score points. He just saved 2 points there. And his hands, they're so quick. And, that's a possession where it looks like they're going to get 2 points, and it turns out we get the ball back. So those are just winning plays, and Hagen does so many things. And bad pass there by Cameron Madison, as he thought Hagen was going to go all the way down. And this is an area where Barr-Reeve, Robinson hasn't scored any yet, and they're giving them some opportunities. Long 3, no good, and it's going to hit off the top. So 5:28 to go. The last 2 possessions, Barr-Reeve's been blocked. They've thrown it away. They've kind of bobbled the ball. So settle down here a little bit. Robinson's putting a little bit more pressure on you. You're going to have to be stronger with the ball.
Let's see if the Vikings can get another back cut of some sort. And there's that trap. Aaron Wagler, Cameron Madison. And it's going to be ripped away again. Here comes Robinson with it. And layup, going to bounce out. Here comes Caden Graber. Caden going to try to split through everybody. Hagen going to rise up, knock in another triple, 46-28.
Well, Caden Graber is looking a little bit like Bryson Graber there, dribbling in, kicking it back out to Hagen. So nice pass there by Caden. He created those 3 points for Hagen. I mean, Hagen had to knock down the shot, but he had a wide open shot there. Backdoor cut, and Barr-Reeve gets lucky there, but they did it because they had the pressure on the ball. There's Gilmore. Tough shot over Aaron Wagler. Good defense by Aaron, but Gilmore was able to lay it in, and that's 8 points for him.
46-30.
Robinson really getting out in the passing lanes. Here comes Caden down the lane. He kicks it out to Hagan. Hagan gets to a spot. Up. Good. He gets the friendly roll. And Hagan has 9 quick points this second half. And that gives him 26 for the night.
48-30 Vikings. 4 minutes left, third quarter. And I can't emphasize this enough. We literally did not know Hagan Knepp was going to play until this morning. And layup going to roll off. Good blocks out by Aaron. He's going to be fouled. No call. Here comes Hagan. Gets it off to Caden. Caden Graber.
He's going to go down the lane. Nice pass off to Cameron Madison. What a pass there by Caden Graber. Cam Madison did a nice job getting the ball and going up. It's his first 2 points tonight, 50-30.
So Vikes now lead it by 20 with 3.5 minutes left here in quarter number 3. Cooper Lowell with it. Hagan going to pick it. Layup. Got it. That's a tough layup right there. And timeout, Robertson. And if you're a Barr-Reeve fan and you can't get on your feet for this effort, I don't know what to tell you. Because the Vikings are playing shorthanded and they are battling and they lead it by 22, 52-30. We are going to take a full timeout, and when we come back, more of the third quarter. Vikings on top by 22. Back after this. Jeff Doyle.
Yeah, and this has been a great response out of the halftime for Barr-Reeve as they've outscored Robinson 13-2 to widen this gap to 22. So doing it with great defense at one end, and then offensively just executing, getting to their senior sensation, Hagan Knepp, but Caden Graber creating a lot of offensive looks for this Barr-Reeve team right now.
So Robinson with the basketball out of the timeout. A little dribble drive. They're going to be cut off. Gilmore's got it, working on Cam Madison. He's stopped in the middle of the lane. They're going to step back, fire a long three. No good. Ball going to be tapped around, and it's going to be last touch by Robinson. Caden could have ran it down, but they're going to let it go out of bounds. So Barr-Reeve going to get it back.
Yeah, winning play there by Cameron Madison as he had a nice check out there. It was hit off Robinson, and then Barr-Reeve was able to let it go out of bounds. So, and got a little action that we need to clean up probably with the clock.
Yeah, it looked like a clock issue. Our old friend Joe Rodemaker, he's retired. Do not give him a hard time over there.
No, I know. He's still working a day job here and there.
He left a book on my desk after baseball today.
Hey, but having this ball out by center court, our bench with the scrolling ads looks really nice. So those people that want to be a sponsor for Barr-Reeve Athletics, we've got a really nice ad display right at center court displaying your ad. So thank you to those people sponsoring Barr-Reeve Athletics. It is very appreciated.
Hagan Knepp with it. Caden Graber. Seth Wagler, the freshman, in the game for the first time. Donnie's got it on the right side. Let's see what the Vikings try to get done right here. Back to Caden. Hagan's got it again on the right side. And there's going to be an unforced turnover right there by Caden Graber.
The only good thing about that possession is we took up about 40 seconds off the clock. And I know you're not, it's 1:42, a lot of time left, but I'm telling you, this Robinson team, they can score in a bunch. And so, still, I know, 22-point lead. You can't get too cautious or too relaxed for Barr-Reeve. There's a foul there on Barr-Reeve.
They're going to get that. Let's see who they, a lot of candidates. They're going to get it on Donnie Miller.
Better job defending the inbounds play for Barr-Reeve that do not give up the layup there. Gilmore has it down low. Double team him. Oh, they're going to get Hagan. Nepp, maybe on it, or Cameron Madison. Let's see.
Yeah, I think they're going to get it on Cameron.
Yep, Braden Nepp will come into the game for Donnie Miller. Minute 26 to go. Still be out of bounds to Robinson. Fouls are 3 for Barr-Reeve. None on Robinson so far.
So on the inbounds, long triple is in and good by Cooper Wald. It's 52-33. And here comes some full court pressure.
That's 9 for Lowell. Hagan breaks the press, and we're approaching 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Hagan Graber's got it. Let's see if the Vikings get the last shot of the quarter. Hagan with it. He's going to be cut off. Spin it back. Braden now with it. High on the right side.
Pick up that dribble.
And Braden going to be fouled. That's going to be first team foul whistle this half on Robinson.
And one thing that I think you'll see this Barr-Reeve coaching staff work with some of these younger guys is being stronger with the ball. You know, right now you got some guys that coming up from the JV just don't realize the physicality of the varsity contest and how strong you have to be with the ball. They're going to 2 or 3 times here where Robinson's just getting in there and poking the ball away, whereas if we're being a little bit stronger with the ball, the ball's not going to come loose or you're going to draw a foul on Robinson.
Seth has it over to Hagan. Down to 30 seconds. Hagan, Caden. Braden going to set for a long one. Swish. 55-33, so the Vikings don't get the last shot, but they get a wide open 3. Here comes Robinson with the basketball. We're coming up on 10 seconds. Let's see if Barr-Reeve can close it with a stop. Trying to run another back cut action. Robinson, Lowell's got it. Hagan really busy with the hands. And a 3 going to be put up just ahead of the buzzer, and it's going to be no good. Wesley Jackson, and that's going to do it. So good third quarter for the Vikings. They lead it going to quarter number 4 on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard, 55-33. Back to the fourth quarter after this 1-minute timeout.
Second quarter, 11 in the third quarter. Yeah. Like 35.
Yeah. Put a big number up.
Get the win. You know, we just need to make sure these next 2 or 3 minutes, just nothing to score.
55-33. Vikings lead it. Just a reminder, Jeff Doyle, Robinson led this game 9-0.
Yeah, that's really hard to comprehend. So since then, 55-24 for Barr-Reeve. I've said this many a times, this is not a bad team. Robinson isn't. I'll save some of my thoughts when I think the game is really in hand of what Robinson could do to really maximize their team, but they've got some very talented players. So, but kudos to this Barr-Reeve team. Through 3 quarters, their defense has really caused some problems for Robinson. Let's see if they can just finish it off in the fourth quarter.
And good slip right there, laid in by Noah Gilmore.
Yeah, that's double figures for Gilmore, 10 points for him.
Hagan Nepp with it, high on the right side. Caden over to Cameron.
Robinson really coming out. Let's see if we can get a wide open shot or a layup, and there's a takeaway for Robinson. And here they come on the run, and layup up and good. So 4 quick points for Robinson. And they get it under 20. That was number 1, Cooper Lowe. He has double figures, 11 points for him.
Quick shot by Hagan, no good. Here comes Robinson again.
So match up here.
Minute gone, 55-37. Robinson with the first 4 points, quarter number 4.
Good double by Hagan. Get it out of Gilmore's hands. And he has to make a pass. Open 3, no good. Good box out by Cameron Madison. And here comes Caden. He's double teamed in the backcourt. Cameron will get it over to Hagan.
And Barr-Reeve going to take a quick timeout, and I think the Vikings see this 1-2-2, 1-2-1-1 pressure, and they just want to talk about it a little bit to get themselves organized, because one of the things you saw right there, Jeffrey, is Robinson got into it after a missed shot. Most teams just do it after makes or dead balls. Robinson right into it on a miss. For a young Viking team, I know you've got your seniors that have played really well here tonight. You got some sophomores that haven't seen that.
Right. So when you're running back down the floor, you got to be looking at the ball handler, because there's some 2 people like Caden Graber. If you come back to the ball, and then the guys that are down the court, if they would just cut to the rim, you're going to get some layups. But Robinson's really long. You got to be careful with their passes. You got to pass fake, pass around people. Don't get sloppy with the ball. Yeah, it's an 18-point lead, but we've seen runs in this game. So 6:31 is a lot of time left. So good timeout there by Coach Thompson.
So on the inbounds, Hagan way over to Seth Wagler. Caden on the left side. Caden, they're just running a second ball.
So Seth Wagler, Seth, nice pump fake. He gives it to Hagan. Hagan shot no good, but we get the ball back. Cameron Madison kicks it over to Caden Graber. Caden kicks it to Hagan. Hagan with a 3, no good. And Vikings have missed about 5 in a row, and that would have been a good one, because Hagan had a layup chance, a deep 3, and good. It's a 15-point game, and this is what I've been fearing all night. This is a Robinson team that can score.
So 55-40, 7 in a row for the Maroons. Cut it to 15.
And you can't play keep away for the entire 4th quarter. Now, Seth Wagler has just got to go to the rim, and that's what Cameron Madison got a layup, and that was probably one of his most difficult layups of the night. Cameron gets it and breaks the scoring drought here in the 4th quarter, back to a 17-point lead.
And the Vikings have had some open opportunities, just unable to cash in so far. So Robinson now on offense, Gilmore. Lowell going down the left side. He's going to be cut off by Hagan. And Gilmore going to leave it short, rebounded by Hagan. Braden's got it. Caden Graber going to set for a long one. Swish.
Great response. Great response for Barr-Reeve. Great pass there by Hagan. Here comes Robinson quickly down the floor. And the layup is up. No good. Braden Knapp with the rebound. And he'll get it to Caden. And Seth Wagler with the layup. And he gets it. And a pass there. It's Caden Graber. Threads the needle.
First 2 varsity points for my boy, Seth Wagler.
And he did exactly what I told him he needed to do there. Get to the rim. You're going to get some layups, especially when they're double teaming the ball. Caden's going to get you the ball.
So 7 in a row for Barr-Reeve after that Robinson run. Cameron going to rip it away. Here comes Caden Graber. Good defense there by Cameron. Braden going to fire a long one. It's going to bounce long. Rebounded by Robinson. And blocking foul going to be called on
Cameron Madison.
Cameron Madison.
Yeah, good call there. He just didn't get squared up. Probably just, you either need to foul him hard or just let him go with the layup. So 3-point opportunity for Wesley Jackson. He has 8 points on the night. Chance for his 9th. Makes it a 20-point game. Has Aaron Wagler back in the game for Seth Wagler. We're down to under 4 minutes to go.
I think there's some confusion. Yeah, the official called a good basket. I think the Viking bench was under the impression that was a charge. That was a good call. Cameron kind of sidestepped the contact a little bit.
Yeah, he did not have position there. He was set. He just didn't have the angle on him. Bumped the guy a little bit. Ryan Wirtz is on the floor cleaning up stuff, so I thought he was going to give the official some ideas of what he needs to do the next time, but he was just trying to be a good Samaritan there and pick up the floor.
Free throw is in and good.
And give Jackson 9 points.
And Hagen Net going behind the bench to get treatment, and I think that's going to be it for him tonight.
As long as Barr-Reeve takes care of business here in this next minute and a half. I don't think, well, Robinson did.
They did have some mass subs.
Yep, some mass subs, so it looks like maybe they're calling off the dogs.
Carson Boyd into the game for the Vikings. Aaron Madison with it. Back to Aaron. Aaron got hit. Yeah, he's going to go to the line and shoot two. Aaron just saw a little opening there and took off.
Yeah, nice strong move there by Aaron Wagler. The senior will have a chance for 2 shots. Aaron's played a good defensive game. Nice floor game for him. Looking to get it in the scoring column for Barr-Reeve.
And he does. 63-43, 3:34 left. Donnie in. Cameron Madison out, and I think the Vikings will put those 5 guards on the floor here to close this thing out, Jeffrey.
Yep, and yeah, Carson Boyd, Braden Knapp, Donnie Miller, Aaron Wagler, and Caden Graber. So second free throw does not go. The lead stays at 20 points.
And good defense right there by Braden, almost picked off. Now Robinson going to reset. Looks like the Vikings going to get that second win. And the good thing about getting a game, even on a Wednesday night, Jeff, is the bad taste. And I know the Vikings battled. Is 3 going to be put up? No good. Caden going to grab it. Really battled against Terre Haute South the other night. Just kind of a dumb luck shot at the buzzer. But man, sometimes it's good to just get back and play and get back into the winning column.
Yeah, it is. You play. There's no such thing as moral victories. You feel good about it, but at the end of the day, you feel like, God, that's a game that we just make one more play, tip it a little bit differently, come up with that rebound, be a little bit more physical. That's a game you win.
Yep.
And hopefully it's a good learning lesson that you've got to go in there. And I know there was some contact on that last play, but you're not going to get those kind of calls. But you feel good about the response that you got from those young kids. But at the end of the day, at this level, it's about winning and losing games. And our kids are competitive. They weren't happy that they played Terre Haute South close.
They were there to win. And 2 free throws in and good by Corbin Rollins. Cuts it to 18, 63-45. Carson Boyd, Aaron Wagler, Donnie Miller, Seth Wagler. Braden Knapp on the floor for the Vikings.
Ethan Stahl getting ready to check in for the Vikings.
Braden, Carson's got it. Going to bounce it out to Seth.
Well, we didn't talk about the JV, but JV go to 2-0 on the night.
And just another nice performance. Made a lot of shots again, Jeffrey.
Yeah, and this is, I didn't really know what to expect with this JV team, and it's early in the season, but right now, they are really performing beyond my expectations that I had. And I guess I really didn't know what to expect, and just looking really solid so far.
Yeah, really solid indeed. Carson with it. Seth Wagler's got it now.
Let's see if we can spring somebody open. I don't know if the coach says you can't. No, Braden Knapp down the lane and up, no good. As Braden's going to try to get in double figures. He'll have 2 opportunities to do that. As he has 9 points on the night on 3 3-pointers.
Well, this is a moment where I know coach wants to sub, but you also have some sophomores that you're really going to rely on as the season goes on. And it's like, well, do you sub them or do you just let them play for the last minute 43?
Yeah, this is good on-court action, and you're going to get the best of both worlds as Nick and Ethan are going to get into the game for the last minute 43 as Carson Boyd comes out and Aaron Wagler comes out. As Braden does get the free throw to go to get in double figures. It's third Barr-Reeve player to get in double figures.
Carson kind of turned his ankle on that last offensive possession. You see Nate Sterling, the trainer, over checking on him, and Carson says he's all right. So 1 and 2 for Braden, 64-45. Vikes going to move to 2 and 1 on the season. And triple going to be put up, no good. Seth going to grab it. Here comes Seth Wagler, freshman with the basketball. Over to Braden. Ethan Stahl had a good showing the other night. There's Braden. He's going to be fouled and go back to the line to shoot 2 more.
Well, I like Braden's aggressiveness and what he does really well besides being a really good shooter. He cuts.
Yep.
You know, he makes good cuts. And, you know, if you're a young player out there, you're coming to these games, watch Braden Knapp and how he cuts off the ball. And he just does a really nice job. There's been many times tonight he makes that cut. And, you know, you're not going to get hit with the ball every time with the pass, but the more you do that, the more you're going to be rewarded. And just being active, and especially when you have Hagan Knapp and Caden Graber on your team, it makes it harder to guard Hagan and Caden because he's occupying another player.
And Braden got them both. Evan Waymeyer going to check in.
And Evan, he got some important minutes there in the first half as they gave Cam Madison a break there. And I believe it was in the first quarter, he got about 3-4 minutes and did a nice job, Evan Waymeyer. So a lot of different options for Coach Thompson.
So we're coming up on a minute. Vikings going to win it tonight. They've got a 21-point lead, 66-45. The long triple is in and good, that time by Trayton Brown.
Brown with his first 3 points of the night. It's an 18-point game. 50 seconds to go.
And we'll see if Barr-Reeve takes another shot. I'd say they'll take a layup if they get it. Donnie Miller.
He kicks it over to Ethan Stahl, and I think Coach is telling him no shots. Jeff Doyle was still in the game. I'd be like, I didn't hear you, Coach.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, saw orange. The rim was calling my name. So Ethan Stahl with it, 18-point lead. Almost a pass picked off. Donnie's got it again. Nick Kavanaugh, we're under 10. And a good effort tonight for the Vikings, Jeff. When it was 9-0, I thought, man, we are in danger zone central with the Vikings battle back. They win it convincingly tonight, 66-48.
Yeah, great performance, and I thought the same thing. I'm thinking, gosh, as Mr. Kavanaugh is giving an announcement to the fans, if they would pick up their trash as they leave the gym, as we have our juniors picking up the gym. That's been a nice tradition we've started the last 2 years.
Yep.
To do that. But getting back to what your statement about this was a really good win. This is a Robinson team that I think is, if you watch them, they're going to get better. They're going to win a lot of games this year. This was a good team that we beat tonight. We had a lot of kids step up tonight, but you were led by Caden Graber and Hagan Knapp. And kudos to Caden Graber because he kind of got us back in the game because, you know, Hagan there early on, his foot, you could tell he was trying to get it loose, and we needed, you know, Caden got off first, and then Hagan really got going, and then it was kind of Caden and Hagan in that second quarter. But just a really nice balanced effort as far as plays and winning plays by everybody that played tonight. So I think Coach Thompson can feel really good as you know, you're going into now a Saturday contest against the Orleans Bulldogs.
All right, we're going to take a quick post-game timeout, and when we come back, Jeff Doyle will have tonight's final statistics. We'll have the Build Option Ford Tough Player of the Game and a visit from Coach Josh Thompson. All that and more. Back to the new Viking Arena. Vikings win it tonight, 66-48. Back in 30 seconds. Did shut it off pretty quick, didn't they?
Joe's got to get home.
It is 10 after 9. back at Barr-Reeve. Vikings win it tonight, 66-48. And as we talked about, this is a game that Barr-Reeve trailed 9-0, and Coach Thompson forced to take a timeout just 2 minutes into the game as the Vikings were getting beat on back cuts and just some defensive miscues. But the Vikings settled into the game, and the shorthanded and these young Vikings really played a nice ball game, and it started with our seniors, Hagen Knepp, Caden Graber. They're going to lead the scoring tonight, but another good ball game from Braden Knepp, good contributions from Donnie Miller, from Aaron Wagler, from Cameron Madison, and these Vikings now 2-1 on the season. Saturday night going to host Orleans, and one of the best coaches in the state, quite frankly, Tom Bradley, will be here with his team on Saturday night.
Yeah, and before we talk about Orleans, I'll give you the scoring really quick for the victorious Barr-Reeve Vikings. They're leading the scoring by their senior, Hagen Knepp. Hagen with 28 points. Hagen didn't play very much in the fourth quarter, but he had a really good game. 4 3-pointers on the night for Hagen to go along with 8 2-pointers for his 28. Caden Graber, great all-around game for Caden Graber. 19 points for him. He had 5 3-pointers. He was 2 of 3 to the line. He also had a 2-point field goal for his 19 points. Aaron Wagler, the senior, had 1 point on the night, but it played a solid score game for Aaron. Good effort out of him. Braden Knepp also in double figures for the Vikings. He had 3 3-pointers, 3 of 4 from the line for his 12 points. Cameron Madison. Cameron with his second career start with 4 points as he had 2 2-point field goals. And then Seth Wagler rounds out the scoring for the Vikings with 2. For Robinson, Kipper Lowell led them with 14 points. Wesley Jackson chipped in 11. Nathan Wentz with 10. They had, it was Noah Gilmore with 10. Nathan Wentz with 3. Corbin Rollins with 2. And rounding out their scoring, Trayton Brown with a field goal, a 3-pointer. Quarter scoring, Barr-Reeve and Robinson 17 all after 1. Second quarter, Barr-Reeve doubles them up 22-11 for 39-28 halftime lead. All Vikings third quarter with a 16-5 advantage to break it open to 55-33, and the Vikings coast home in the fourth quarter. Robinson outscores them 15-11. Great win for Barr-Reeve, 66-48, and I'm going to hand it off to Coach Thompson.
Well, and I'll go ahead and fill you in on this. Co-players of the game, Caden Graber, Hagen Knepp.
Yeah, yep, that's absolutely the right call. Caden, several assists tonight, as well as the offensive output, 19 points for him. And as I said a little bit earlier, he got the offensive going. When we were down 9-0, it was him getting those early buckets, and then Hagen got that ankle warmed up, and then he really got going. But it's just an all-around good effort. And then the team defense was really good. I know there were some things, some backdoor cuts that we were missing, but I'll tell you what, and I'm sure Coach Thompson will talk about this maybe a little bit in his postgame, they're a really hard team to defend. They run a lot of good action. So I'm going to get out of here on that and give it over to Coach Thompson.
All right, thank you, Jeffrey. And joined on the post game now by Barr-Reeve basketball coach Josh Thompson. Vikings win it tonight, 66-48. And coach, when it was 9-0, man, I thought we were danger zone. We didn't know about Hagen's ankle.
Yeah.
You're starting new kids,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, Caden kind of got us going in the first quarter a little bit.
No, he
and we
played
slowly
really
but
well.
surely kind of settled in.
Well, and you know, we always give out a W after the game, and we give out a D, and Caden got a part of that W because I thought he played so well for us all the way around. But then he got our defensive award. He guarded 24 from Robinson all night long. And I told our kids from watching them on film that their point guard was their motor. And he had the ability to get to the basket. He had the ability to knock down an outside shot. And without a doubt, he was the key to getting them into all their offensive stuff. Jeff, talked about our defense. I watched the IU and Syracuse game last night. I don't know if anybody guarded anybody in that game, but one of the things that Boeheim said was he doesn't know if they can defend well enough to beat teams in the top 25. And right now we're not defending very well, and we've got to improve that. But I do think our effort and our attention to detail was much better in the third quarter than it was there in the first half.
Yeah, certainly, and I think we gave up 4 or 6 points during the first half on just out of bounds sets alone, and a lot of that, I mean, that's not an effort thing. That's 100% of the time a communication thing, and I know
communication, positioning.
You would be a great candidate for Congress. You and I, we like to talk, and you've got a lot of younger kids who are kind of filling their way around, and maybe they're not just naturally vocal and communicate, but you're going to have to.
Well, and that's one of the biggest reasons why right now I just don't know that we can defend really good teams and beat good teams right now, is because defensively we're not where we need to be. But the biggest part of us not being where we need to be is communication. And the out of bounds plays, we got burnt twice because of positioning errors, and I saw it. And it's not NBA 2K21 where I can hit the X button and move a guy down, but you're trying to communicate that stuff, and it's just a lack of awareness there in those situations. But again, with the stuff we're going through right now as a basketball team and dealing with some injuries, I thought we had some young guys really step up for us tonight. Braden Knapp, I think, had 12. I mean, I don't want to diminish what Hagan Knapp and what Caden Graber did for us, but those guys are going to have to play well for us, but we're going to have other guys step up. And I thought Braden stepped up really well tonight. Gave us some good minutes. I thought Cam Madison, I told Cam, I said, Cam, that he's individually a lot like our basketball team, that he's got a long way to go, but tonight was his best game. And then we had Seth Weigler come in, make his debut tonight, and I thought he gave us some good minutes, especially defensively.
Yeah, he really did. Real quick here before we get out of here, Coach, talk about Hagan. When did we know he was going to play? And it's easy to sandbag and speak in hyperbole. I mean, when that dude walked into my class yesterday on Tuesday, I gave him the rah-rah, go fight, win speech. Yeah. But I thought, man, there is no way he's playing. And he told me today, he said, I'm 60, 70%. And he's a kid that when he's hurt, he's hurting.
Well, at first, my initial reaction after watching him get hurt up there at the Holman Center the other day was there would be no way that he would play. But then I remembered on the bus ride home who we're dealing with. And Hagan has dealt with some ankle injuries on both sides. And the one thing I'll tell you about him is he does a good job of taking care of himself away from here.
Yeah.
When a lot of times when kids get injuries, Nate Sterling does a tremendous job, our athletic trainer, and Nate was, communicating with him, communicating with me throughout the process. Nate did a great job getting him back. But we can only do what we can do when we got them here. And they're at home, especially over the weekend. They're away from us more than they're with us. So I thought Hagan did a great job of managing the injury. And then tonight I thought he did a really good job of just really being gutsy. But we were ready to go without him. I mean, we had a lot of stuff that we'd put in to get some movement in case we didn't have Hagan out there in certain spots. But I'm certainly glad he played.
Coach, congratulations. Me too. And Orleans comes in Saturday. Looking forward to it, and we'll talk to you then.
Yeah, absolutely. Just appreciate the opportunities. And like you said, Orleans is going to be really good. I think people are going to be really surprised with how good they are. But just blessed by the Lord to have this opportunity tonight, and God bless and go Vikings.
God bless and go Vikings. So that's going to do it. Vikings win it tonight, 66-48. So I'd like to thank Cannon Shake back at the station for keeping us on air, online, and on time. For my friend, my partner, and my boss, Barr-Reeve Principal Jeff Doyle, I'm Mike DeCourcy. Barr-Reeve wins it tonight, 66-48. We'll talk to you later this week. God bless and go Vikings. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Cannon. See ya.